I would call this next part Revengeance V or Resurrection V, but I think the title Resurrection G or Resurrection K would probably work much better here. What's up everybody, StevDeS here, and welcome to another edition of Dragon Ball Days. When it comes down to this scenario, it takes a good guy who proved himself by fighting against Kid Buu into a bad guy, and kept him that way by killing Majin Buu. With that, not only did he have the knowledge of the Namekian Dragon Balls helping him out, but he also had many different motives, thanks to his newly evil heart, becoming the Emperor of Universe 7. But this change not only brought about a change in our favorite anti-hero's nature, but it also brought about a change in the form of Bardock and Gine, who are now on Earth. They're living with Chi-Chi and Goten. Gohan's in the city as usual, but he's keeping up his training, and Goku is, well, he's still dead. Yeah, even though he got the Super Saiyan God powers, he is still dead. So, well, he doesn't have to travel very far in order to get to Beerus's planet and train, now does he? And for reasons Videl understands, because Gohan had to make it very serious, I could see Gohan use Whis in order to continue training. After all, Vegeta's still out there, and it's not like Vegeta came to Earth to help defend it. Plus, I'm sure Videl knows how to make something tasty. So does Chi-Chi if Videl's not available. And so, let's get into part 4 of What If Majin Vegeta Killed Buu? The opening credit sequence would actually start with Chi-Chi's house. Goten and Bardock are doing some amazing training at full-powered Super Saiyan. Yeah, kinda helps when you have a grandpa that was a Saiyan warrior and thinks training is extremely important for a young Saiyan mind. Plus, Chi-Chi has another student as well. Gine wants to learn about this planet, so whenever Goten's doing his lesson, Gine's listening in. Whenever training isn't happening, Bardock has the farm business that we see in Super running. He wants to do something other than fight for a living. That doesn't mean he doesn't train. All the while, Goku and Gohan are on Beerus's planet, and they are training intensely. All the while, the Pilaf gang is collecting the Dragon Balls, just like in the movie. However, they're being watched from above by the Vegeta forces, and Trunks is ordered to send 2 of his elite soldiers to get down there and secure the 7th Dragon Ball so that they may make a wish. It's time for Vegeta to finally get his revenge. I still would have the second wish go like the special, where Shu interrupts and wishes for a billion Zenny. That can still happen. But when it comes down to it, the first wish is to revive Kakarot. Of course, Shenron has no idea why anyone would wish for something like this, but for the sake of the plot, yeah, it goes through. So during this on Beerus's planet, we see Gohan and Goku going at it far more intensely, and both of them have some clear wounds. Alright boys, that's enough. I'll need to go over a couple things with you. Whis goes up to Gohan and heals him, and Goku just gets up like it's nothing. Aw man, but I'm still raring to go, Whis! I have so much energy from this! Come on Gohan, you're ready to go too, right? What are you staring at? Goku's wounds have miraculously healed, and Gohan notices that Goku's missing his halo. Dad, you're alive! Well, yeah, of course I feel alive! Wait. What? What happened to my halo? It seems that someone has revived you. I wonder why. Oh, well, questions for later. I've got to tell you about yourselves. By this point, Jaco tells Bulma about the Vegeta Force's arrival, and that's when she's like, oh my god, why did you stall on that? After learning that he's going to be here in an hour, she has to call Earth's defenses, and Bardock answers the call, as well as Goten. Why wouldn't Goten answer the call? Trunks is part of that force. Sure, this would go against Chi-Chi, but Gine kinda has that angle covered, just calming down the mother. And there's also one other fighter that joins, Android 18. Even though Krillin went and he'd be alright, it wouldn't be hard for 18 to find a babysitter or take Marin to Chi-Chi's. She's kinda good at that. She would go too, because she knows Vegeta. She kinda has a history with him. Especially after breaking both his arms. That was funny. The battle goes very similarly to the movie, with a bunch of non-Saiyans going at the forefront and the Earth crew holding them off pretty well. Then some Saiyans come out of the ship, and half of them live because they retreat according to their Emperor's order. 5 Saiyans make a stand. Trunks' elite squad. They all turn Super Saiyan, and every human is effectively knocked out. They're not killed, because they might be useful to Emperor Vegeta, but they are knocked to the wayside. Only Bardock and Goten can really hold these Saiyans off. Even Piccolo and 18 can hold their own against them because they're not full power. But Piccolo and 18 can be on par with the strongest of them, and with full-powered Super Saiyan unlocked, Goten and Bardock would be able to hold their own. However, after a bit of fighting, Trunks doesn't want to lose any of his comrades, so he orders a retreat and says that he'll deal with them himself. Trunks opens up fighting Bardock in Super Saiyan 2 form. Bardock isn't really prepared for this, and 18 and Piccolo aren't prepared to jump in against a Super Saiyan 2. When he's about to perform the finishing blow, Trunks is knocked aside by Goten, who helps Bardock out. He calls Piccolo over, Piccolo gets Bardock and brings him back to where Bulma's hiding, and they watch the kids go at it, and suffice it to say, Goten is still outmatched. He's not a Super Saiyan 2. So he does try to attack this from another angle, wondering why Trunks is even doing this. However, that angle is proving to be a bit weak because Trunks is taunting Goten the entire time. He's trying to get a rise out of his friend so that he can have a proper challenge upon arriving to Earth after so long. If he's unlocked Super Saiyan 2, Goten can do the same. Trunks, stop it! Where's my best friend? Where's the best friend that shared his toys before he left? Where's the best friend that I promised to keep his mom safe to? That's when Goten pulls one toy out of his shirt and 2 of the toys out of his pocket, showing Trunks the toys that Trunks shared with him. And the memories come rushing back. Trunks remembers giving Goten the toys and their last conversation in his room, and he does remember the scowl on his father. The scowl that his father's giving him right now.
Don't you go soft on me, boy!
Don't you threaten our son, Vegeta!
Shut your mouth, woman!
Vegeta launches a blast and Goten turns shocked because he's not quick enough to do anything. But Bardock stands in the way and protects Bulma from it, taking some damage in the process.
Goten! Focus! I'm keeping your promise over here. But this is your fight. Make me proud, grandson.
You see, Trunks? Grandpa knows about the promise that I made you, and he helped me do it. I've been doing it this whole time, making sure your mother's okay for you. That's what you wanted, right? Please, don't be bad like your dad is.
Trunks, you know your place. You are the prince of all Saiyans. Act like it. Don't let these Earth fools soften your heart.
Trunks stares at the toys in Goten's hands, and, in a flash, goes up to Goten, kicking him aside and catching the toys, examining them, looking at them and weighing his options. Come on, Trunks! Remember? Trunks' head then bows. He realizes who he is, and he throws his toys in the air with one hand still raised. your Trunks died a long while back. With a strong ki blast, the toys become ashes above Trunks, blowing in the wind after everything's said and done, as Trunks gives Goten a cold stare. Vegeta is smiling proud at this. Here, Goten loses it. He turns Super Saiyan 2 in a fit of rage and charges in at Trunks. This is exactly the energy signature that Goku needs. Feeling it and instant transmissioning back to Earth. When he gets there, he realizes that a lot of the Z Fighters are in a bad shape. So he instant transmissions to go get Dende and bring him back so that Dende can start healing everybody. The two Super Saiyan 2s going at it has Vegeta's attention so intensely that he doesn't even realize that Kakarot's on Earth now. Eventually, Trunks still has the upper hand against Goten because he kind of mastered Super Saiyan 2, but he is saved by Gohan going Ultimate Gohan and getting in the way.
Ah, the son of Kakarot finally shows up. And so has my target, Kakarot. Retreat, boy. It's time I ended this personally.
Fair enough, Vegeta. Dad! He wants you! Get over here. Come on, Goten. You did great. Goku and Vegeta go at it, going through the forms of Super Saiyan, but when Super Saiyan 3 comes out, only one of them has really mastered it. Goku is the first to have to resort to Super Saiyan God, and Vegeta just smiles and laughs. He mastered Super Saiyan in a way that Goku didn't. That's a point for Vegeta, but as soon as he starts sensing the God Ki, Vegeta just glares at Goku with an odd smile on his face. Vegeta then powers up to Super Saiyan God about the time Whis arrives. Whis, do you have any idea how Vegeta's done this? Yeah, don't you have to have a pure heart to be a Super Saiyan God?
Even I'm having trouble with it. You have to have a pure heart to be a Super Saiyan God, and yet Vegeta's... How?
Well, the ritual did say 5 Saiyans of pure heart. It doesn't necessarily mean that the one turning into the Super Saiyan God has to be of pure heart. Maybe that's it. I don't know, I'll have to read some more on that. The Saiyans duke it out, as Goku is the first to bring out Blue. Again, Vegeta smiling at this. You don't think he'd just be at Super Saiyan God, do you? To Goku's surprise, Vegeta pours on the power and turns into the Super Saiyan Rose. Vegeta has pink hair, which Goku kind of taunts, remembering the day when he had that pink shirt, but Vegeta has a retort.
It's not the color that matters, Kakarot. This form is perfected!
He then pumps up even further, unlocking Super Saiyan Royal Rose. He's mastered this form. Vegeta wouldn't come to this planet if he wasn't prepared. He needed to master whatever form he could see Kakarot go to in order to have the upper hand. This form trumps Goku's, and Gohan has to come in, revealing that he too is a Super Saiyan Blue. Of course, Gohan doesn't last very long, and he's just held up by a shirt after being beaten to a pulp. He's still very much alive, he can still fight, but he's being held up by a shirt by Vegeta.
You and your father are finished. When I'm done with you, I'm going to go after your parents, your grandparents, then Piccolo, then the rest of your friends. And then, this planet. I am the strongest Saiyan in existence.
This sparks Gohan's anger as he grips Vegeta's arm and glares at him, pumping up to Super Saiyan Royal Blue. By this point, Vegeta's on the back foot because he's used a lot of his power. He hasn't had the training that Whis has given them, showing to how to hold in that ki, kind of the important part of Whis' training. Gohan has. He has a lot more stamina than Vegeta in this form. By this point, Vegeta's on the back foot, and he's decided to just go all out, letting out a Super Saiyan Royal Rose Final Flash. But Gohan has a retort with a Super Saiyan Royal Blue Masenko, which is also ironically blue. In the middle of this beam struggle, Gohan thinks about all the people relying on him, and he is not going to fail. He blasts the wave back at Vegeta, who barely survives, missing an arm and both of his legs. But Vegeta's hanging on as the elite squad is in fact running to get him to a medical machine. Remember, the updated medical machines were able to turn Frieza chunks into Frieza first form, even though Frieza was Mecha Frieza before all of this. He'll be back, and he'll be stronger. But, for now, this is where this timeline closes. So what do you all think? Do you think the Goku Black arc might be different? If so, how so? And what about Trunks? Do you think there's any redemption for him, or do you think this is pretty much it and he's definitely evil now? Leave a comment below! For more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if Launch had taken the training from Roshi, the friggin' stupid woman, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!